Alright, hello you lovelies. I think this is actually working on the first try, which is a rarity. We have not gone live here, I think in like, I don't know, 6 months? I think the last time we did it was over the holiday, so yeah, about 6 months. I was trying to do this quarterly, but at least we got 2 in a year. I got some new disc plates. I also realized it's been a long time, and since then, a myriad of comic movies have come out, some good, some bad, but in the last like month and a half, we've had SpiderVerse, we've had Flash, we've had Guardians of the fucking Galaxy, and of course we have some disc plates to talk about. So if you guys have any questions, get them in the chat, and I will get to as many as I can. I, again, have been trying to do more lives, but that has just not occurred this year. It has been an absolute whirlwind. I'm working at Real Rejects now. I'm still popping over at all the other networks you know me from. I got a new video up at Rotten Tomatoes this week. I had a video at Rotten Tomatoes last week. There's lots of me everywhere. But if you got questions, this is the best place to find them. Let's do without further ado. Let's dive into some disc plates. I've had these for about a month, and I have had them sitting on my coffee table, waiting for me to share them with you guys. I actually haven't even seen them yet, so this is exciting for both of us. This is the longest I've had a box waiting for me. Also, I'm wearing shorts. Don't mind my gym shorts. I'm going to the gym immediately after this, and Spidey Cat's on the table. He'll probably make an appearance. I see a lot of familiar names in the chat. That makes me so happy. I have missed you lovelies. All right. While people load in, let's check out the first one. You guys know how it works. These are disc plates. These are bits of art that are made of metal that hang on my walls because I've got magnets up everywhere, and this is a full set of 5. So I'm going to do a whole new wall. All right, the first one we got. It's one of the movies we're going to be talking about today. In honor of one of my rare 5-star film experiences, this is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And this, I don't like text on my posters because it feels like a commercial. And I saw this and I knew immediately this is how I wanted to advertise one of my favorite comic movies of all time. Look at this beauty right here. Oh, I love this. Well, actually, you know what? Let's not even do the next disc plate. Let's talk a little bit of Guardians while we got the fitting poster up and out. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think, is the answer to how to solve some of the Marvel issues they're going through. I think there's a little bit too much in the way of rapid expansion, introduce 100 new characters, and rapidly change tone. And I do think connectivity is one of the big assets of Marvel, but I also think the independence of the film is the bigger asset. I think a shared universe only works if your individual pockets of the universe are strong, and I think they developed kind of the Iron Man 2 problem for a little bit there. I liked Thor the first time I saw it. It's lost me a bit. I liked the experience of some of Ant-Man, but really did not work for me overall. Multiverse of Madness would have been a great what if. So like 3 of the stumbles in a row for me, you know, it's an A universe, but it dropped down to like a B-, which is still more consistent than most universes. But this, to me, is an A+. This film did what I think you need to do, which is be your own film, but allow for growth, allow for more things to spread from there, allow what the universe started as to be the foundation. Now, a lot of people are saying, you know, Marvel's back. I personally think between this and Secret Invasion, they're in a very good spot, but this is more the end of James Gunn's run than it is the beginning of anything new. This is kind of a unique eye of the hurricane situation. For me, Secret Invasion is one of the best things they've ever done in long form, so it gives me a lot of hope. I'm also very much hoping The Marvels is as good as Nia DaCosta's other work is, so I have some hope there, but time will tell about Guardians. Let me know in the chat what you lovelies thought of Guardians, because I had such a good time with it. All right, so that is a 5-star film for me. I see a little sneak peek in the pocket of this image what this next one is. This is also me showing some 5-star film love. I've given 22 movies 5 stars in history. The 23rd, I guess now 23. The 23rd was Across the Spider-Verse, which I adored oh so very much, which we'll talk about here in a second. But this is another 5-star film. And this is perhaps the most me displayed possible, because this is The Matrix Code. The Matrix is one of my favorite movies of all time. But this is, I just hit myself in the face, seeing the code of coffee. This is, again, this is the most me shit ever. This is the Matrix in a coffee cup. These are two things I love very, very much. Philosophical quandaries, the idea of simulation theory, lots and lots of caffeine. There is a lot of things that are very me in this image, so I'm very, very happy with this. 5-star films do not come often. I've seen about 4,000 movies. I've given 23 of them as of this year 5 stars. What's funny is I hadn't given a 5-star, I think, since Paddington or Mad Max Fury Road, and then 2 this year is pretty staggering. So it's pretty crazy that 2 5-star films came back to back, but this is Caffeinated Simulation Theory. Oh, it's beautiful. It is the most me stuff. I see in the chat someone said that is like custom made for Coy. Yeah, it kind of is. This one I did not design, but I may as well have because it is very much my cuppa, pun intended. All right, let me check the live chat real quick, and then we're going to talk some SpiderVerse. Again, these talks are going to be a little bit brief because you guys have probably seen me talk about all these movies everywhere, whether it's The Big Thing, whether it's Capes and Cowls, whether it's Real Rejects, whether it's Rotten Tomatoes. I have been talking everywhere. Lovely Man 28 said, the only one in the thumbnail I've seen is The Flash. Eventually I'll get around to seeing Across the Spider-Verse, although I'm not a fan of the animation. Also check out Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I personally love the animation. I don't know if you don't like it, if you'll be able to experience the film as lovingly as I did, but Guardians is really spectacular, and it is live action. Let's see. And animation has really, evolved so much with the Spider-Verse films. There's so much good animation right now. Oh yikes, 99, great name. Hoping well, Coy. I'm curious if you had the director hat for any character, who would you pick and what comic would you want to base your story around? Spider-Man's my guy, but I don't know. I mean, obviously implying I have the technical prowess to wield these characters. If I was a great director, I would love to tell the Ben Reilly clone saga, because obviously the technology's there. We saw, there's so many movies where you can have 2 actors, one actor playing 2 characters in the stand-in situation. But with the Clone Saga, I've always seen that as a great commentary on Spider-Man, the power and responsibility angle told from a different way. So I would honestly love to see what story a bunch of writers could come up with me to tell that tale. So a Clone Saga movie with either Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland would be absolutely my jam. So speaking of Spider-Verse and Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse was just revealed this week to have multiple little tweaks and variations. I've seen 2 different versions of the Miguel O'Hara scene, either the fist bump or the sassy Lila with the selfie. I'm really curious what other tweaks are in the film, so there's at least 2 prints of Across the Spider-Verse out. One of the editors just revealed today. I thought I noticed a couple other little moments, but the one I do remember is the one that they kind of announced. So I think there's other little tiny tweaks in the way the spiders move in Spider Society. I think there's it's not nothing big, but it's cool that there's 2 edits of the film out in theaters right now. It's pretty exciting. Guardians, I know, has a bunch of formats where James Gunn, I think he made 9 different formats to make sure it was the peak style for that type of cinema, whether it's Dolby, IMAX, regular, and I think that's fascinating. But actual separate cuts of these movies is a pretty cool thing. Spidey has gotten on the displays. Here he is, being adorable, but also directly where the displays are. Here, I don't know if you guys can see him. He is commandeered. There he is. He's a display cat, doing the work. There he is, just being handsome. I'm gonna leave that at a slight angle now because he's part of the show. Let's see. So yeah, a Spider-Man movie, a Deadpool movie with the right writers. I mean, I'd love to just have my characters, but then again, I like street level stuff, so I'd love to tell a Peter Parker, Mary Jane, or actually more. I'd love to do a Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy story, set it in the college age and have a Clerks kind of movie and not have a lot of Spider-Man in it, have a contained ground level movie. That'd be dope. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but that's one of the things. I moved my camera and now there's chaos. There he is. There's the Spidey cat. Hey everyone, says Doe Eyes. Tim, do y'all think MCU could lead Spidey to a Disney Plus show for Daredevil for an episode? I doubt they would have the ability with all the Sony debacle and Tom Holland kind of taking a year off acting, but maybe. Anything is possible. I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to have to move Spidey and he is not going to be thrilled. Buddy, I love you. Gonna have to get one of those things from under you. He is a cute cat. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot more. I hadn't refreshed this. Now there's. Oh wow, this is moving. Guys, apologies. Bucky Barnes ATL, looking jacked as always, my man. I appreciate you. Getting my gains. Today is either leg day or chest and back day. Depends on how sore my legs are once I get to the gym, because I always walk to the gym. They are pretty sore, but we're going to see if leg day is possible. Tips for a big move coming up. Jenks, use your shoes to pack things that are small and breakable, and then use your socks as insulation, and it saves you lots of space. Also, wrap things in your clothes, and that'll save you having to buy any like newspaper or any like wrapping stuff, and it like doubles your space. Also, with your t-shirts, leave them on the hanger, put them in a trash bag, and that kind of wraps up like 40 shirts, and then you just go to your new place, hang them, boom, done. So all of that, and use items that are soft to wrap other items, just like when you travel. Like when I travel, my suitcase is just a jigsaw of my own stuff. Let's see. Have I recovered from yesterday's saga? James, I haven't read it yet. Don't tell me. Let's see. Hello, Koi Pond from Leidster. Damn Them All. Oh man, that book is so good. Such a fan. I don't know when it starts up again, but I have been digging it. I'm a big Simon Spurrier fan. I should unbox this shirtless. You know, I almost have my pre-pandemic. Well, I'm actually in better shape than I was pre-pandemic, but I'm almost actually back to my high school weight. So I'm pretty close to confident shirtless. I got 4 of my 6-pack. Jeremy Renner is not dead to my knowledge. Twitter's pretty messed up, so sometimes they say really dumb stuff. But I hope not. I have so much love for that man. But I would assume, unless there's an actual statement, that Twitter is just being horrendous. I'm looking forward to the Marvels as well. Marvel's been thriving Disney social media. I love Loki. I love WandaVision. I'm really loving Secret Invasion. Displays are awesome. Yeah, dude, I'm a big fan of the displays. That is on brand. Well, that's a custom for Coy. That's the one I saw on screen over there. I've never actually seen The Matrix. Oh, okay, The Librarian of Alexandria. It is it's my number 2 favorite film of all time. Sometimes my number 1 alternates with Fight Club. Fight Club and Matrix are my favorite 2 movies ever. I would recommend you see it, but watch it. Don't have it on the background. Watch it. Doug needs to get some displays. No Way Home, a 5-star. Oh yeah, that was only, Jesus, that was recent. No Way Home was a 5-star for me. Good call. That was the most recent one before these 2 in a year. Let's see. How are you, bro? Love your review. Thank you, man, very much. Green Toad. Just caught up Punisher 12. What do you think? I know people were mixed, but I really love this run. Michael Mack, Punisher, that whole run of 12 is actually one of my favorite runs of Punisher of all time. Easily top 3. So I was a huge fan of that run of Punisher, and I'm glad you liked it as well. Let's see. I'm gonna do another one of these. Spidey Cat, I'm so sorry. There you go, buddy. Plenty of room for you. Okay. Next up, I found an artist I really like, and I bought a few of his style of art. You guys remember my list better than I do. Claire B, Everything Everywhere All at Once was 5 stars. My sense of time is very skewed. I forget the chronology of things. So yeah, 23 films, Fight Club, Matrix, Mad Max Fury Road, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Across the Spider-Verse, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Winter Soldier, The Dark Knight, Paddington 1, Paddington 2, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, In Bruges. Those are some of the ones that are 5-star. All right, this beauty right here is a beautiful 4.5-star film and an absolutely stunning poster. Man, oh man, oh man. This is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, a movie I hold very near and dear to my heart. And this beautiful art is one of 3 pieces I got from this artist over on Displate. Again, these aren't sponsored. Displate doesn't send me anything. It's my own money. But you can get deals 40% off when you buy 5 on certain sale days and all that jazz. But again, they don't sponsor me. I just really like having a lot of art. This beauty right here. Look at this. Oh, I love that silhouette of Kate Winslet. I love how haunting and ominous this feels. I love the house in the background. I love the foreground opaque and transparent shadow of Jim Carrey. This is just goddamn stunning. It just feels like the movie. I love when a poster feels like the movie. And again, I don't really like theatrical posters all that much because it always feels like a commercial, but stuff like this, art of movies, is my jam. All right, that's a 4.5-star film right there. Big old fan of Eternal Sunshine. Only reason it's not higher is rewatchability is a big thing for me, and I cannot watch that movie often. It's not a slight on the movie, but my scale implies I could just have it on all the time. And that movie is so good, it breaks me, which makes it maybe a better movie than some of my favorite movies, but not a 5-star favorite. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but that is how my scale works. Let me see. I didn't miss any other Streamlabs or stuff going on in there. Refreshing real quick, making sure I hit the Streamlabs and Super Chats. Right, Spidey Cat? Spidey's just having the time over here. It's just bopping about. Spidey is the best cat, and I totally agree. I'm making sure I got some love here for Spidey Cat, and appreciation to Bucky Barnes again for the StreamYard. Let's see who else we got. What's up, Koi Pond? Lots of love in the Koi Pond today. Makes me very happy. A lot of names that I recognize from way back in the day, which makes me happy. You guys have been with me since I struggled to learn how to use YouTube. Let's see. We left off with Punisher. Most anticipated for the rest of the year is The Killer. David Fincher's The Killer is far and away my most anticipated. I'm also really excited for Oppenheimer. Obviously, Barbie on Oppenheimer Day as well. That day is going to be insane. Very much looking forward to Mission Impossible. Big Dune fan. Very excited for Dune 2. Those are the ones that jump out off the dome. Do you think we get Tatum as Gambit in Deadpool 3? I do. I think I called Deadpool Kills the Fox Universe 8 years ago, and I think I was right. And I think that's going to be one of the many beautiful moments in the film, and I'm very excited to see them go insanely metamodernistic with it, as only Deadpool can, as Deadpool can be the guy to kill the Fox Universe to fix continuity, but also keep him R-rated in his movies and have him know he's in those movies to allow him to basically be censored in PG-13 movies, to know he's in a comic book movie and other people's movies, and to allow for the cameos to like eliminate the canon of Fox, allowing the X-Men to be new canon in the MCU. But yeah, I think Tatum is going to be one of the cameos. We do get some of that fan service of finally getting to see him as Gambit, I think is coming. They need to delay Beyond the Spider-Verse. Seeing the news for the working edition saddens me. I guarantee you Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out in 2026 or 2027. Yeah, I mean, animators should be respected. I think any job is... Aha! We're back! Apologies, y'all. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and someone was calling me, and now we're back. Apologies for people watching later, and now we're back. Hopefully. I hope we're back. We are back. Okay, good news. I was talking about Tatum Gambit and talking about the beautiful way they can make all that metamodernism work in Deadpool, and then I think I lost you around there. Let's see. Most anticipated for the rest of the year, talking about Gambit. Work-life balance. I think creatives are often abused, and that's why all these strikes are happening, and I think animators and visual effects artists and fucking wish there was a union for people that do anything on the internet commentary wave. But yeah, 7 days a week work is brutal. I don't condone it. It sucks. I live it. It's not healthy. All right. Let's see. Favorite Spider character in SpiderVerse. I was really impressed with how they did Miguel O'Hara. I love Spider-Gwen, I think, the most in the Spider-Verse films. My favorite Spider-Man is like, I'm an Ultimate Spider-Man guy. I'm a big Miguel O'Hara guy. I'm a big Scarlet Spider guy. But in the movies, I think it's Spider-Gwen. Any future voice acting for you? I was actually doing some dabbling in that right before lockdown with Hasbro, and it did not work out, but that's because of the timing of the world. But maybe one day again. I would not do it. It would all just depend on how things work out. Favorite film podcast? Am I having been on How Did This Get Made? Oh, I'd love to go on How Did This Get Made. I don't listen to film podcasts. I don't really have time for more input about the stuff I'm already outputting. I listen to interview podcasts. Like, I love hearing like interviews of creatives I love, and I listen to biographies and kind of like existential ponderings and like Alan Watts and philosophical books. I occasionally listen to like a money management podcast, but like I don't really listen to film podcasts because I consume it every fucking hour. So it's hard to keep going. How Did This Get Made? I would love to do. I have not read Dune, good sir Jack Corcoran, but if I ever have time, would love to. It's one of those books that has always been like a should read, must read, haven't read. My cat is very cute. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. All right. I see that there was another Okay. This guy looks like the B-Tech comic book guy in Real Rejects. I don't know what B-Tech means, but I am the comic book guy in Real Rejects. I just don't know if B-Tech is an insult or not, because I'm an old person. Let's see. Came back from Nashville just now. My cat is sleeping on my luggage. That is the way of things. That is the way of things. All right, I think I got all of those. Let's do another. Sorry, Spidey. This just breaks my heart picking up a cat. There you go, buddy. There you go. Now you can stay. You can stay right there, tucked in, being handsome. All right, there's Spidey. There he is, being great. Look at that cat. Look at that wonderful cat. Okay. All right, let's get these last two. We talked briefly SpiderVerse, which I think everyone should see. It's a 5-star film. Talked briefly Guardians. I will talk Flash after this right here. Another of that stunning artist's work. This one is for another of my 4.5-star films, a movie I love very much, a very hard-to-watch movie because of its success at making you uncomfortable. I am such a fan of Trainspotting, and this is just really emotionally driven work. This work makes you feel every bit of it. This right here. Oh, so good! So you've got the madness of the opening sequence with the car, with him right there. You've also got the iconic toilet scene, and this is kind of like drugs, you know? You've got the highs, you got the lows, you got the bright colors, you got the probably not safe to live this way experience, and you've got a lot of high energy, and I love the cast on the side there. Can't really see it, there you go. I just love the way this art is composed, and I love the energy of it all, and yeah, just a stunner. I love the black and white, but orange and gray, just, man, this works for me. The dual chromatic experience, love this poster. Alrighty. So let's talk about Flash. Again, I've talked about Flash on New Rockstars, on Capes and Cowls, on The Big Thing, on Real Rejects, thrice, on many platforms, on Rotten Tomatoes, this week's Rotten Tomatoes after show I'm on. So you can find me in length talking about The Flash. But I do think it's a really interesting thing with The Flash, how it is a blast of a DC movie. It's fun. It feels like Flashpoint. It has flaws. Every movie, most movies, every movie, but some movies more than others, have flaws. But I really honestly think, like, this movie should have done better if it wasn't for, like, the myriad of perfect storm things going against it as a movie. What I've been surprised by is the experience of the studio's expectations of movie of the summer, of, you know, like, every fan is going to love this, to, like, the B cinema score. That surprised me more than anything. The cinema score itself, and people who have seen it, surprises me, because I genuinely, and I don't really give a fuck about other people's opinions, had a great time with it. My giving a fuck about other people's opinions is, like, the experience of, like, why they didn't like it. I want people to have 2 hours of joy like I did. I'm very happy Andy Muschietti's going on to the Batman. The Batman's Matt Reeves. Going on to a Batman in Batman, The Bold and the Beautiful. No. Brave and the Bold. Bold and Beautiful is a soap opera with, I think, Sasha Calle, of all things. But Brave and the Bold. So Muschietti clearly, you know, the studio knows he made a great movie. It's just really interesting that I just had such a different experience with the movie. Kind of like Indiana Jones. Like, I had a lot of good times with Indiana Jones, and people just, like, ripped it apart. So I'm hoping, obviously, again, it has its flaws. I'm not saying it's like an A film. I gave it 4 stars. I think it's a solid B+. But just a surprise reaction from the overall moviegoer. I thought it handled Flashpoint very well. I thought it felt both like a Flash movie and like a beautiful way to tie up a universe. I thought the nostalgia was well used. I thought the needle drops were great. I thought it was fun, and that's what I wanted. I really laughed a lot more than I expected to. I genuinely thought it was fun and funny. So, yeah, the CGI was not a style choice, or, you know, in some cases, the actual flaws in the CGI. They didn't distract me enough to not find it fun. And I guess this is me saying, like, if you were on the fence about seeing it, see a matinee. Because I do think it's worth seeing in theaters, honestly. And I literally have no stakes in the game. DC's not paying me. This is not a sponsored by Warner Brothers video. I just think if you were on the fence and you just heard all the bad word of mouth, see a matinee. It's like $8, $10. Out here it's like 12, but wherever you are, I'm sure it's a little cheaper. But yeah, I got more out of Flash than I guess I heard, and I'm glad I saw it a week early. But yeah, let's get one more of these crack-a-lackin', and then I'm going to go through the chat. This is another 5-star film. In Bruges. This right here is tied with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang as my favorite comedy of all time. This right here is an absolute bit of madness. This movie is so very good, and I'm just so happy it exists. It is my exact type of humor. It is my exact kind of drama. It is the sorrow and joy that I think life is. Banshees of Inisherin is very much in this vein. I like In Bruges a scotch more than Banshees of Inisherin, but this movie is in a league of its own. This is, like I said, tied for first as my favorite comedy of all time. And so when I saw this artist that did the Trainspotting piece and the Eternal Sunshine piece had done an In Bruges piece, I had to get it. Now, I love the way his silhouette, his tie, his open jacket, there's the word I was looking for, falls into the nooks and crannies, the alcoves of the movie, and also Little Britain and Gleason at the bottom there. I love the use of purple and yellow. I love that In Bruges itself is actually silhouetted. That's why I was thinking the word silhouette. And I love just the overall style of this film. So, yeah, this poster makes me very, very happy. This is going up on my wall immediately, along with those other two of this artist. Very, very happy with this. If you haven't seen In Bruges, I highly recommend it. It is one of the most painfully funny movies I think that exists. Colin Farrell, each of his eyebrows deserved an Oscar for this one. Brendan Gleeson's also great. Rafe Fiennes is also amazing. It is quite the cast and quite the Harry Potter reunion when you watch it. All right, let's do the chat really quick. And then I am going to boogie on out of here because I am going to try to get to the gym and live a little today. And then I'm attempting, who knows if it's possible, but I'm going to attempt to actually have a weekend off-ish. So we'll see what happens, but that's the goal. We'll see if it's possible. All right, we've got a super chat from, let's see, Michael Mack, who says, you read Traveling to Mars from a Blaze. I found it so an underrated gem. I have not, good sir. I'm adding this to my list, on your honor. It's philosophical, bittersweet, funny, sad, uplifting all at the same time. Recently nominated for an Eisner for the work on Mark Russell's writing. Big love from Scotland as always. Michael Mack, much appreciated. I'll be adding Traveling to Mars from a Blaze Comics. I really appreciate a comic rec, especially if it's something I've never heard of, and I saw it in the Eisners, but there were so many Eisner noms. I knew most of them, and that was one of the ones I just did not know, and with your word, it has now been added to the roster. All right, we also got a super chat, thank you very much, from Doe Eyes. Went to Boston in April, and it was awesome. Thanks for the suggestions of the BPL and Newbury Comics. Hell yeah! Boston Public Library is such a stunning establishment. It is so very pretty. I'm so glad you got so much out of it, and Newbury Comics means the world to me, so really, really appreciate you going and checking them out, because especially the one on Newbury Street, I've spent many hours there. That makes me very happy. Robin West Parker! How you doing, man? Streamlabs never works on my phone. What do you think will be the big stuff out of San Diego Comic-Con? Which studio is pulling out because of the impending strike? More Hall H comic panels. That is my hope. Marvel has skipped years before. I don't think that it's the crisis that some people want to make it out to be, because crises are very clickbaity. I think that if the SAG strike wasn't happening, there's a chance we could have gotten Fantastic Four, because I do think the timing of Secret Invasion ends the week Comic-Con goes in. I don't think it's a coincidence. And I think that Fantastic Four are going to be teased in Secret Invasion, if not one of them shown. And I do think Super Skrulls are coming in Secret Invasion. So I think the timing would have been nice to announce Fantastic Four, but I think that's maybe all they would have done. I think there was a slim chance we get some X-Men teases, but nothing as crazy as necessarily like a cast. But I think Fantastic Four would have made sense. So I love the idea of like the Fantastic Four and Superman this year. Next year, Batman, Swamp Thing, like fucking crazy DC versus the X-Men being announced. That would have been cool. Now it could be next year is all that, I think they're going to have to announce Superman earlier because they're going to be filming. I think this year is going to be a very comic-heavy year, which I'm excited about. I have not confirmed my panels, but when they are confirmed, I have some cool announcements for you lovelies. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by what this year's Comic-Con is, how much backlash there is about people like assuming things. Because like 3 years ago, whatever year before the lockdown, Marvel didn't go as well, and people were like, oh, there's going to be D23. So like there's a precedent for this. I don't think there's going to be a big studio presence to the scale we're used to because of the strike, but I still think studios are going to go, just in a different way. I'm still very excited. I'm still there. I'm still there all 4 days. I'm still hosting as well as attending. I'm still very much looking forward to meeting and seeing a lot of people. If you're at San Diego Comic-Con, hunt me down, say hi, unless I'm eating. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Am I? No, the only time I don't like people to say hi is when I'm peeing, which is always weird because it seems to happen more when I say it. So I've cursed myself. Don't say hi to people in the bathroom. Wait till they're out of the bathroom. Just right there. Anyway, yeah, I am very excited for San Diego Comic-Con. I'm very hopeful for it, and I do think there might be a bigger comic presence, which is always exciting. And now, let's answer some questions in the chat. All right, let's see. My favorite movies are Parasite, Hereditary, and Being John Malkovich. I'm a big fan of all those films, Being John Malkovich my favorite of the three. Can we finally get OnlyFans when the six-pack comes in? You know, I legally can, but I will lose so much studio work that, frankly, I need something to be for me, and that is my naked body, and whoever I'm sharing it with, but it's got to be for me. The internet has the rest of my soul. I need something for me. Hey, Coy, do you think the SpiderVerse trilogy would be the best comic book trilogy of all time? I do, and I think it can actually be the greatest movie trilogy of all time. If the third one sticks landing like the first two, it will be my favorite. Let's see. Coy, how's it going? Fassbender returns. I'm very excited for the killer. Yes. Press that like button, people. Thank you, Bucky Barnes. How would you handle the video games for DC? Use them as minor filler or something more? I would introduce characters long form in them that they could play into the movies. I would have stories that would not translate to film, like, you know, maybe some surrealistic multiversal stuff, like a Mirror Master, or things that, like, that would actually translate well to film. I don't know. I would do stories that feature characters that might not work as well in the medium. Like, SpiderVerse has things that wouldn't work as well in live action, and like use the video games for that and tell long form stories of characters. Also, I'd build out the Green Lantern Corps. I would also build out some of the Batman family that way. Oh, this is a pleasant surprise. Thank you, DT Dirt. I figured it'd be fun to do a random live chat here. We lost him. Okay, I'm back. This is where it all came back. Sorry about that, guys. Someone calling. Gotta mow the lawn. Do you think the SpiderVerse trilogy is the best? Yes. You are the best. Thank you, Dart. Let's see. What comics are you reading right now? Love your content and personality, man. Keep up the good work. Keith Moody, I'm reading about 70 comics a week. I've been making these videos of people to get them to read comics based off movies. I'm about to start incorporating that with May Comics with, if you like this comic, read this book out in May. I read it almost everything. Right now I'm really loving The Department of Truth, Something Epic. Something Epic's only on issue 2, and it's really good. I'm really loving the Poison Ivy run over at DC. I'm really loving... every week I will post a top 9, but also if you're a patron, you get all of my thoughts on the ones I like or don't like. So if you want to check out my Patreon, I think you just go to Patreon, Coy-Jandreau, and I literally rate everything I read. Well, the new stuff. Sometimes I reread stuff and I don't rate that, but like the new stuff I'm reading. So that's the best way to find out there. I do think Madam Web is going to be good. I think it's going to be exceptional. I think after Spider-Verse, there's a lot of stakes, and I think that the events of Spider-Verse tie directly into Madam Web, and I think the cast is really good, and I have a lot of hope. How's California? I miss it. California's amazing. The weather's been perfect. I'm big fan. Do you pronounce your last name the French way? Jandreau. Sometimes, depends on who I'm talking to. That is, I'm married into it, so I'm not French, but my family is. So like sometimes, depending on who I'm talking to about it. The Flash is a pretty great movie. Let's see. I'm not sponsored in any way by any of these companies. When I love something, I talk about it. Hey, Coy, thank you for being you. It was you, Jay Washington, and Schnepp, who helped me embrace loving my nerd shit as an adult. Frank, that makes me very happy. I appreciate that very much. Bucky, I like you because you don't give a fuck. Thank you, Bucky. I appreciate that. I give a fuck about good people, always, but I don't give a fuck about a lot of other things. But good people always have my heart. Let's see. We're up to Doe Eyes, went to Boston, which makes me happy. Remember to hit that like button, you lovelies. Spread the word. Also, I'm trying to get to 20K. We're at 19.8 thousand followers. We're so damn close. I want to get to 20,000. So 200 more people, 150 or so. We are back to Robin West Parker, and I'm talking about Comic-Con. I do side stuff with Real Rejects, Cosmic Wonder. That's correct, Bucky Barnes. Let's see, dude, enough for Coy. Maybe he'll let me moderate for him soon, too. I don't come on here a lot, but if I start, you seem very honorable, loyal, and trustworthy. So you would be someone in that running. The ending of Flash irked me so badly, I felt like we went through that whole journey and learned nothing. I disagree, but I understand where you're coming from. Baby's Falling was hilarious. Yeah, I agree. Baby Shower was so funny to me. I really enjoyed the back and forth, the opposition of Hector on Break Room. You both feel completely different about the film, but discussed in an eloquent way. Thank you. That is always the goal. When I like something, I love to defend it eloquently. When I don't like something, I tend to not want to talk about it. Hector has many good points, and I don't disagree with them. They're just not how I felt about it, and I love that man's knowledge. Hey Coy, what are your thoughts on Nightwing? His current run is one of the best comics on the shelves. Nightwing is so good. It's on issue 104. I think Tom Taylor took over with Bruno Redondo at 86, so it's like 3 years into one of the best runs of comics of all time. Deadly Class is about to get its final trade paperback, and that is one of my favorite comics of all time, and that ended last year, so Nightwing is now one of my, like, holy craps. It's up there with, like, Something is Killing the Children. It's up there with a lot of the indie work that I actually prefer to some of the Cape stuff. So, big fan of Nightwing, the character, as well as the current run. Most theaters have super cheap tickets and concession deals on Tuesday. Yes, Peter Puffer, great call. If you want to see The Flash, but you're not 100% certain, see it on a Tuesday, get like a $5 deal at AMC. Also, not a sponsor, but they can. Looks like a Cadbury Dairy Milk Bar. Not sure which item we're talking about, but I believe you. Dylan Brown, I'm a 38, retired Army combat vet, so keep me busy, volunteer. Oh, fuck yeah, I remember that. I remember Bucky Barnes being like a man of loyalty and service, and your service is appreciated, and I appreciate you taking care of the Reject Boys so well. Let's see. Lewis Cox, hey man, Netflix with 3 Avatar, TLA, and One Piece look kind of good. I just hope they're real good. Man, their Death Note was real bad. I think we're learning how to adapt anime better, so I do think that will be better than the last one, but we will see. I honestly trust in I trust in them wanting to make good shit, you know? Like, I really don't think they rush stuff out like people blame them for. I just think it's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. But I hope it's good for anime fans' sake. Truly, I want anime fans to be so happy. They deserve it. I will be playing Spider-Man 2 when it comes out. My buddy Yuri is Spider-Man. And so, like, I'm going to support my boy as well as play. The first one is why I bought a PS4. I don't have a PS5. I probably won't be able to afford a PS5 for a little bit. But once I can, the game will be cheaper. The system will be cheaper. I'm going to get to it. But in the beginning, it's going to be probably cost prohibitive. But then I will, yes. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. It depends how this year goes. When's the last time I went on a date? On Friday. A week ago. No, Saturday. 6 days ago. You handle Kingpin on Daredevil. Do you think you'll have a large presence? I absolutely do. Jordan Garza. Hello, sir. Am I the only one concerned about Coy's wall? I mean, he loves displays, but after a while, he ran out of room. No, it's magnets, so I switch them out. When I move, I'm going to cover my wall in magnets, but I literally change my art at all times. These are actually hung. My displays are in my other set. But I appreciate your concern. Did you ever get around to Department of Truth comic? Department of Truth is my favorite comic on the shelves right now. I'm a huge fan of that one. That's like literally my #1 book to recommend to people. Does anyone know if Marvel removed all their 2025 movies or just a clickbait? No, that's not fucking true. That's clickbait. That's lies. Lies, Dylan Brown, lies. Lewis Cox also loved Guardians. Let's see. The Cali Kid, thanks for being on the side of positivity. Cali Kid, thank you for being on the side of positivity and bitchin' sunglasses and hand combos. If you're eating fries, I will ask for one. That's fair. Still gonna have fun San Diego Comic-Con? I am. Hello, Webhead Reacts. Am I excited for Mark Millar's big game? I am. I've been loving his Nemesis, and I've been really enjoying his Bike Club. So I'm a fan of what Mark Millar's doing right now. Do you think the Marvels will be better received than Captain Marvel? I hope so, because I didn't love Captain Marvel, and I want to love the Marvels. Coy Man got some money and got a new book today. Would you say I should get King and Gerard's Batman Riddler One Bad Day or Morrison's Batman Robin Volume 1? Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I would never say not to get a Grant Morrison book, unless it's to get Tom King and Mitch Gerads' Batman One Bad Day, because that is honestly, like, cross my heart and hope to die, one of my favorite comics of all time. The Riddler One Bad Day book is exceptional, like transcendent, and it's contained. It's one book. I would highly recommend it. It's an A+ book. It's 5 stars. It's perfect. How do you go with the chronology OCD when it comes to comics? Like X website recommends premium comics to X, then I end up not reading. I try to just go my own journey, and I read weekly. So like my head is like a bag of cats. All of it's crazy chronology already because I'm reading like 50 to 70 books as is. So the chronology thing, like when I reread, I just go with a trade, but like I don't really follow all of that chaos. Really excited for the fall decks upcoming, as am I, because I'm a little done with Hoxpox. Coy, love what you do. You're a legitimate sweaty. Being positive doesn't mean you can't be critical. Also a big fan of Real Redux Cali Kid. I appreciate you. Gonna feel so weird to see Harrison Ford in the MCU. Red Hulk's coming, yo. Coy, will you please wear sunscreen on that beautiful month? I do wear sunscreen. This is with sunscreen. I'd be so burnt. I've been out in the sun a lot. This is sunscreen. I put on sunscreen every morning. I put on SPF 30 in my lotion. Put on SPF 50 when I go hiking. I put on SPF like 50 when I reapply if I'm still staying outside. I got you. people keep calling me, and I cannot set it on Do Not Disturb now that we're already started, but I was just about to wrap out, so I'm going to wrap this out before people keep bothering me. I'm going to check to see if there's any last Super Chats or Streamlabs, so I'm an honest man, and then I'm going to boogie on out of here, but I appreciate each and every you very much. If you got questions, leave them in the chat, and I'll try to get to them later on today. I very much appreciate y'all being here. It was good to come back and do a live. It was good to share some display unboxing with each and every one of you. Curtis Mason with the Streamlab. Cannot miss Curtis Mason. Gentleman, scholar, excellent human being who recommended me a lot of great art and truly helped me out in some of the darkest of the Patreon era of having to make my own stuff. Curtis, so much love to you, good sir. Curtis says, I'm so happy for you and all your success, bro. I hope you get hired to be Feige's new comic book expert now that James Gunn is at DC. I would like either one of them. Either one of them to call me. They both have my number. They both know where to find me. And yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I'm a little like tired of the internet side of things. So I never thought I'd want to be on the suit side of stuff, but I'm thinking more and more about it. So Marvel or DC as a job versus a thing I talk about might be in my future. Because I don't like having to be online. I don't love Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok's culture, and if I could remove myself from it, I will. Or if I could use it like a tool like James Gunn does instead of it being the foundation of my job, I'm very much interested in it. But in the meantime, Curtis, thank you, as ever, very, very much. All right, let's see. I am going to wrap out here in just a moment, and I just want to thank each and every one of you guys again. I'm going to make sure there's no Super Chats in the main Super Chat algorithm. The replies I get on Twitter hurt your brain. Yeah, no, it's not healthy for me to deal with all that shit, and I don't love it. Thank you, Coy. Love you. Thanks for answering the question. We'll always love your presence and comic community. See you on the rejects. Hell yeah, Jordan Garza. Bucky Barnes, appreciate the flexin'. Lidester, I appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you all so very much. I know that I always read this after, and that I appreciate each and every one of you, like, dearly. Like, truly, you guys are the reason I can stay sane-ish on the internet. All right, that is going to do it, you lovelies. I will see you very soon. Again, I'm going to try to do this quarterly, and it's my birthday in less than 3 months. My birthday is September 15th, so probably around a birthday stream, so that will be 3 months. Then we'll do another holiday one. So yeah, we'll do this quarterly henceforth. We'll do it a September and a December. So much love, you lovelies. Go get your gains on. Go get your cat pets on. Go get your comics on. Go get your art on. And go hug someone you love. Appreciate you very, very much. So much love. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being in the Koi Pond. Kisses.